Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Sargel18. Episode 36 of Unchained. NASA threatens Sargel18 and weapons you need in Revelation. And I'm going to go back to giving the news out. I used to say it from 2017 to 2019 in my videos. I called it the Luciferian News, and I'd point out some things in the beginning of my videos. Well, now I'm calling it the Revelation News, and I'm going to point out what Lucifer will use of a situation, or could use if he wanted to create more havoc. The other side of the coin is you don't have to worry. After all this shit's done, Jesus is coming and life's going to be a lot different. All right, so the first thing is the posse. Okay, you have Donald Trump, you have Elon Musk, Donald Trump Jr., and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. all hanging out. They're going around and they're like an old posse of sheriffs and marshals in the Old West movies. At the end, they come riding over the mountain. They come and save the day and kill all the bad people and stuff and all that. Well, that's exactly their alignment, their vibration is. Not in a bad way, but they're there to get the job done and clean up the mess. That's what they're there to do. And let me tell you, they will get it done. Here, you see them on one of their jets somewhere. I mean, one of them, they're all billionaires, so it's somebody's jets, probably Trump, and they're all munching down on McDonald's and smiling and laughing, and they're eating it. You see, they're having fun, and they're going to have fun redesigning the United States government and putting the United States and its citizens first again instead of what has been done. Now, in the last 4 years, the Pentagon can't explain where $824 billion went. Oh no, it just disappeared. No, it didn't. I've been saying for 9 years now on my videos. They found another Earth in the multiverse using the doorway, probably at the vortex, that is just like our Earth, but no people. But all the resources, the water, everything. It's all free. And they've been building a new America there for the last 10 years. And that's where all that money went for supplies. And you remember when things used to be, shortages. All the ships are out in the ocean and stuff where you couldn't get to. You couldn't really see them, right? But they're out there. They were being offloaded. And that shit was being shipped over to the new Earth left and right for supplies. And I will have the proof one day of this. More than I already have. And I have a hell of a lot of proof of this. That it can happen. Okay. Now, this Lucifer can most likely use. Biden just today gave Ukraine the green light to bomb the cities of Russia using United States missiles. What are you, an idiot? You only got a couple months left. Enjoy yourself. No, he's going to try to start World War III, and this could possibly do it. You see? Now, hopefully, it'll just squell out because it won't work out in Lucifer's big plan to do this. But if he thinks it does, he could do it. The only thing throughout this whole time, don't get complacent. Don't relax too much. In a bad way. Stay aware, but have fun. We're going to make a lot of money in the next 2 years. Okay? And when you take that and you enjoy your life, you continue, you pay your normal stuff, and you buy stuff to put away that you think you are going to need for you and your family and loved ones. For about 2 years, till 2027, then then the shit's going to hit the fan in a way. So, but it'll be gradual, but you better make sure that you have these things. Now, as for this whole far left bullshit, AOC ditched her pronouns on social media yesterday. She has 21 million followers. So I guess you have a list. I guess we have a list now of where 21 million gullible people are. Lucifer's minions change like a chameleon to fit the narrative. I guess pronouns aren't as big a deal as they all made them out to be. See the way liars just shift? They just shift. They just shift. And I've met many like that. And now I'm going to show you weapons of magic or alien tech that I use or have created. And you can do it if you put the effort in. You can create them too. Normal third-dimensional weapons will only be good for a certain amount of time. For solid beings. Yeah. For a certain amount of time, that's it. After that, alien tech will work until 2034. Then your only option is Jesus, or if you're evil, Lucifer. That's it. After 2034, that's it. Until Jesus comes back in 2037. Now, I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the... most of you would consider this witchcraft, but it's not. Matter of fact, witchcraft, and you remember, all came from me as the Witch of Endor 4,000 years ago. Geez, who would have thought, right? That's where it started, with myself in that life. It's really alien technology. Technology outside of our world. That could be vibrations, it could be physical things. And I'm going to show you what I've used when I used to take on these big corporations around the world in banking and world pharmaceuticals. And what I'm going to show you are the gifts that I requested for each of the deeds I did. Now, people can go into a store and just pick up a piece of lavender out of a box at a crystal store and say, all right, I got my lavender, and do that. But that's most likely not going to work. The one thing that the greatest witches, alchemists, wizards in history and the world is that they have the top of the line stuff. The real stuff with the real alignment. And in this world, as we stand now, that costs a lot of money. So how I got it, since at the time, when I got most of these was in 1995 and 1996, when I took on the Bosnian War and crushed it. But these were some of the gifts that they gave me, and I've used them since then, and some of them are amazing. And I'm going to continue showing you esoteric implements as these videos go on, and you can get or make them too. You just have to put the effort in to get the best. So let's show this one here. I have a flat piece of obsidian. Now you see these all over the place. This particular obsidian I was able to get my hands on in 1993 with connections through New York City from the actual Solomon mine. This stone came from the mines of Solomon. And I've used it. And it, for scrying, was unbelievable. It was great. Yep. There she is. I haven't used it in a long time because I'm way beyond that now, but these things still work. And with that, I can locate demons or beings, astral beings, multiverse beings with that and my mind. It just works for me. Okay. Here, now, let me explain. This is not a smoky quartz. This is a 10,000 carat citrine crystal that I use to make my most powerful tool ever, which I will show you eventually, the magic mirror. And in the process of my mind concentrating on this, now you can see here before I bring the picture up how big it is. You see? Can you see that? Let me see. Ah, there you go. See? You see how big that sucker is? I concentrated my mind on it so intensely that I blew it apart. I blew it into like a zillion cracks in it, but the process worked. Now here is what it looks like. And you can start to see the cracks there in it. Thing's about, I don't know, 5-6 inches tall. Now here's a little closer pick. And you could see what I did to it. Look, I cracked the sucker, I broke it and everything. And I'll explain to you how to use that type of power and pyramid power for what it really is, not the lie they've been telling you, and you can make it work. Now, that came from World Pharmaceuticals. The next set of things I'm going to show you came from World Banking, and for one of the deeds I did. And I asked for these. They were in a glass case in an offices that people don't really see, regular people. And yes, they gave them to me for my work. I was really good at that, telling what's going to happen. What these are the heel bones of llamas that have been dead for 1,000 years. One on the left is Sing Ti, and the one on the right is Li Shu. These are their actual heel bones that they walked their whole life on, each one of them, gaining all that knowledge and all, and then it's passed down to certain people. They cut their heel bones off, and it's passed down. They make the design and all, and I own 2 of them. They're real cool. Now here, just to prove, this is what the back, you see, bone. It's the back of the inside where it connects to the upper part of your foot, I guess. And that's what they look like. And they have helped me in learning so much because their whole life. And then 1,000 years on top of that within certain people's possession packs a lot of power. I will eventually either give them away or sell them after I die, I guess. Now, all these things. Now, if you want to, this is going to be important for only certain people that can conceptualize what I'm about to show you and say. This is called the tetrahedron. It's a natural 10-sided crystal. This particular one is green. It has 10 sides, tetrahedron. If you can figure out what this says, this whole shape with the 10 sides and all, if you could figure it out, you will have the power of Jesus or Lucifer on this planet. You can make mountains disappear. You can put oceans where there aren't oceans. You can make the wind stop all over the world all at once. And here it is. There it is. The tetrahedron, 10 sides. One of the most intense pieces of hermetics and magic since the earth was formed. Now, these were given to me by World Banking because I wanted them. But these are Ming Dynasty food dogs. Now, the one cool thing about these is I thought when I was looking at them in the case, way above the city streets of New York City, like many, many, many feet up in buildings, I thought I saw something with the corner of my eye. So what I asked for was these 2 Ming Dynasty food dogs, which are bronze, and wow, they're extremely rare. So I took them home, and here they are. I took them home, and I put them on the shelf, and I looked at them, and I'm like, all right, I don't know what I'm going to do with these or why I wanted them, but apparently Devron, and at the time Devron was there, you know, in 95, 96, you know, I'll put them up there and figure it out. So I left my house, go pick up a coffee and a pack of butts. When I came home, I opened the door, and these 2 food dogs were sitting there. As you can see them. Kind of hard to see them, but you see them. These 2 food dogs were sitting there this fucking big. This big. Like the size of a cow. And they were just staring at the door. And when they saw me and they saw everything was okay, next thing you know, they became that again. Now, I tested this a couple of times, thinking, of course, that I had gone off my rocker. And every time, still to this day, they protect me, these two. If they're in the room with me and you come at me, there's going to be some problems. Now, I know this sounds insane, but this is part of my world. And because of all this, this is why I made all these accomplishments. Now, I'm going to show you the threat from NASA. When I hit the big stage in '97 and '98, the world stage of who I was, and people started coming and all that, many of the famous in the UFO and paranormal world, channeling world and all, were talking about how they were threatened by the government and Men in Black. Men in Black came to my door. That's it. That's why I don't have this anymore. Blah, blah, blah. Or I can't show it. They'll kill me. Yeah. No proof. None. And I went from one to another, and no proof. And I found that disheartening, over a 2-year period. Then in August, I believe it was August 14th, 1998, I was going to Denver to the Global Sciences Congress, which I was headlining, and I was going to break that dinosaur picture that I show people, that I took at the Vortex. So before I left, I decided to check, shut down my computer, check my emails and all, and there's a letter from NASA. So I opened it. And this is what it said. Well, this is what it looked like. Then I got bigger so you can read it too, because I know you guys are all computer savvy. Even though this was 1998, August 1998, I'm going to show you how it went through the system, and I'm sure all of you can figure out that this really did come from NASA threatening him. Here's what it looked like. I don't know why my printer made that gray around that part of the letter. I don't understand that. But watch now. Now I'm going to bring it up. This is what Sargel 18 has that no one else has. They only have a story. Here's the evidence. Okay, now here's what it says. Sargel 18. I wish to let you know in strictest confidence that you are on the verge of something larger than you can handle. Much larger, in fact, than you could have ever imagined. My message to you is only to be careful. We have been watching you for quite some time. Do not be alarmed. We mean you no harm. We are contacting you now merely to ask that you go no further. The events of the next 2 years will forever change the face of humankind. Yet they are not yours to question or to alter. Please stop now for your own safety. Look forward to what is coming, Mr. Williams, and may God be with you. Your friend, Matthew, who was right there, Dr. Matthew Shaw, code 690, Laboratory for Extraterrestrial Physics, NASA Goddard Space Flight Center in Maryland. Now, I thought they weren't threatening me, but that last part of that was a threat. And as I told you before, the government is well aware of what I'm able to do, especially at the Vortex. And I haven't shown you that yet. But that's why they don't kill me, because that wouldn't be good for them. And besides, you kill me, they throw me back, right? That's what happened. I died, and I came back fixed. That's fantastic. But the kicker in that is it is not for you to alter. You see, I could have stopped. They're talking about 9/11 in the beginning. That's what they're talking about. Which I predicted, which Devron predicted 7 months before it happened that it would go down on live national radio. But they didn't want me to stop it like I stopped the Bosnian War in the spring of '96 in 3 hours. I did the spell, which took me 2 hours. 3 hours later, the war ended, out of the blue. So they didn't want me to do that. But I didn't realize at the time in 1998 that they were talking about 9/11 because I didn't know about it. I didn't know about 9/11 until February 2001. Right? 2001? Yeah. Okay, now here, I'm just going to show you, for you tech guys, all the information that was under it. This was an actual email. I mean, straight out in your face. Now, for the time, this was an email. You can always freeze that and take a look at it. At the time, I mean, email was, you know, like Stone Age compared to now, I guess. Excuse me. But they just sent it without any safeguard. When they were desperate. And when I went to Denver at the Global Sciences Congress, they were waiting for me. They wanted to see if I would make it public or would I hide it. And of course, I made it public. So that's what went down. I figured that's the best way to protect me, is to make it public. And especially since I'm so famous and everybody's watching me, nobody's going to make a move against me. That's what I thought at the time. I know now that it wouldn't be prudent for them to do that. So, you know, that's it. That's just the way that is. Hey, when you're a soul from heaven, you know, you got to respect it. Even if the soul from heaven doesn't know, like I didn't know until August 10th, 2022, when I died. I didn't know. Now I know. And now I put all the little things together with the help of Dev, and there we go. So now I'm going to let you guys go, because now I am rambling. I'm going to play some pool, and I hope that this helped you. And I hope the next time somebody says the men in black or the government threatened me, that you ask, where's the evidence? And you're not going to get it. I want everybody to please stay prayed up, keep your eyes open, and peace out.